Hello, my wonderful friend. Today's video is on 11 subtle signs you're more attractive than you think. I have men ask me every single day, is there any hope for me? Should I just give up on ever having my dream relationship? Is it just too late? The answer is, oh my goodness, there's so much hope for you. I seriously help men with this every single day. Never feel like there's no hope. If that's you right now, if you're asking, oh my goodness, is there any hope for me? This video is for you. We are going to be going over some of the traits that matter most to women. These are the traits that make a woman fall in love with you and stay in love with you. So if you have these traits, you are far more attractive than you realize. Many of you saw this video. If you haven't seen it yet, there is a link in the description below. But if you saw it, you remember that one thing that sets my methods apart and my channel apart is that I always teach you guys how to have a happy, lifelong relationship. I am never going to teach you tactics and tricks that will only get you a one-night stand. That's not what I'm about. So if you are here because you really just want to find that special someone to have and to hold and to love like crazy for your entire life, then these are the types of things she is looking for. One thing that causes a lot of confusion for a lot of men is they're told that women want things that frankly only one-night stand type women want. If she's looking for a lifelong relationship, she's looking for completely different traits. The truth is, if she's the kind of woman who's only interested in a one-night fling or only interested in using you, she doesn't really care about who you are as a person. But if she's a woman who wants that happy, crazy in love relationship, these are the traits that mean the most to her. But before we dive in, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. My name is Melannie. I'm a Christian dating coach for men, and I teach you how to stop wasting your time and your energy and your money on bad and dead-end relationships by learning the skills you need to just get the girl and the relationship of your dreams. So make sure you subscribe, ring the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, and let's dive in. So our first subtle sign you are more attractive than you think is that you are loyal. As I mentioned, we're talking about women who are looking for a lifelong relationship, a very, very happy relationship. And loyalty, that is one of the most important things you can have in a partner. If you're a guy who doesn't look around at other women and who wants to be completely committed and completely loyal to one woman, oh my goodness, that right there is insanely attractive. It helps her feel safe with you, helps her feel like she can count on you, and yes, makes her fall in love with you. Now, our second sign that you're more attractive than you think is that you are a sincere person. At the end of the day, we all want to matter, right? We all want to feel like we're important to somebody else. This is especially true if you're going to be in a relationship with them. And so if you are someone who sincerely cares about other people and can make her feel important to you, make her feel like you actually care about who she is as a person, that right there, oh my goodness, that'll give her butterflies and make her think about you all day. And it's ultimately one of the traits that makes her fall in love with you. So if you are someone who is like present, someone who makes her feel connected to you, someone who makes her feel important, then you are far more attractive than you realize. In a society where we're always scrolling on our phone and kind of not really paying attention to people, this is a trait that really sets you apart. Our third sign is that you are proactive about maintaining a healthy relationship. Of all the traits you could have, this one is probably the most undervalued trait. A good way to think of it is, let's pretend somebody wanted to go into business with you. They wanted to be your business partner. But let's pretend that they weren't really committed to the business, they didn't really know what they were doing, and they just kind of expected you to put in a lot more effort than they did. Would you go into business with this person? No, that would be like really a bad idea, right? Relationships are the same way. The type of woman you are looking to attract, the type of woman who wants a happy, healthy, long-term relationship, she is trying to get the dating and relationship skills that she needs because she knows that's how you create a healthy relationship. And if you have those traits too, oh my goodness, you're like a rock star in her eyes. You're like a superhero. You are so attractive because that's a hard trait to find. But if you do not have those skills, then she knows it's not going to work. It's like going into business with someone who's not committed to the business. Does that make sense? If you want a good relationship, you have to have the right skills. Otherwise, you're gonna stay single forever, or you are going to have to settle for a toxic relationship. She knows that, so she's trying to have those skills. And if she sees that you have those skills too, whoa, you are amazing. This is why, you know those guys who just seem really, really good at getting girls to notice them? This is why. They have learned those skills, they have applied them, they have practiced them, and getting girls is really easy for them. If you want the girl of your dreams, dating and relationship skills is the way to do it. Now, this leads me to a question that I know you guys are going to ask because you ask this all the time. Okay, Melannie, if I'm so attractive, why am I alone? Why am I single? Why do I struggle to get girls to want to date me? The answer is attraction is not everything. It's a very important piece of the puzzle, but it's not the whole puzzle. There are plenty of attractive people all over this planet who are single. I mean, Hollywood, let's be real here. Pat yourself on the back for being an attractive person. That's incredible. Now, all you need in addition to the attraction is those dating and relationship skills. This is something as a coach I see day in and day out. When you have solid dating and relationship skills, you get the girl. When you do not have solid dating and relationship skills, you don't. So how do you learn those skills? And how do you create a game plan? Guys, as a coach, this is what I do every day, and I have made it insanely simple for you. This is actually why I created my program for you, so it could be so easy, so fast, and really fun. If you have not yet seen my free masterclass, check out the link in the description below, and there's a link in the pinned comment. In that free masterclass, you're gonna learn about learning the skills, you're gonna learn about the game plan, and you'll get a sneak peek and maybe a couple of bonuses. So make sure you check that out if you're just sick of wasting time and you're ready to fast track it to getting the girl. Now, our next subtle sign you are more attractive than you think is that you are a kind and a generous person. If you saw this video, then you are going to remember this. One of the traits that makes you the most masculine is when you are a protector of those who are weaker than you are. This is what makes you a knight in shining armor. This is what makes you a superhero. This is what makes you insanely attractive. So if you are someone who is compassionate and who is kind, wow, that is insanely attractive. Again, she's looking for a lifelong partner. So she wants to make sure you're someone who's going to be kind. And that right there, that gives girls butterflies, no lie. Our next sign that you're more attractive than you think is that you are honest and you are upfront. This is why mind games don't work. This is why acting aloof and the whole stop caring, she starts chasing thing, all these mind games, this is why they don't work. A mature woman, a real woman, a woman who wants to love you for the rest of her life does not have time for mind games. She just doesn't. So if you are someone who's honest, someone who's upfront, someone who will discuss things with her and be transparent, that is insanely attractive. That's what she's looking for in a man. Our next sign you're more attractive than you think is that you are good with animals and you're good with kids. This is also kind of comes back to being kind and compassionate to those who are weaker than you. The way you treat animals and the way you treat children speaks volumes to her. It says a lot about your maturity. It says a lot about your priorities and really helps her feel that she can trust you. This is one of the reasons why men who have dogs are often seen as more attractive. Women love it when you are good with kids and when you're good with animals. Quick question before we keep going. Are you guys enjoying this video? Would you like more videos on signs you're more attractive than you think you are? If you would, comment yes and let me know about it. And if you have any other questions or suggestions for future videos, tell me about it in the comments. Seriously, guys, your feedback helps me so much, so be sure to comment and let me know. On to our next subtle sign you're more attractive than you think. And that is that you don't talk bad about other people. Have you ever been around someone who's just like super negative and is like really draining? No one wants to be around someone who's draining, but also if you're talking bad about other people, she kind of has to wonder if you're doing that about her too, like behind her back. And it just doesn't leave a good impression. Where on the other side, if you're someone who encourages people and builds people up, then she feels amazing when she's around you. She feels encouraged and she feels optimistic. That's the kind of person she wants to spend her life with. This also goes back to being a kind and compassionate person. That's the kind of person that makes a woman fall in love and stay in love. Our next sign you're more attractive than you think is that you are not aggressive and you're not needy. Being aggressive and or being needy, man, that pushes girls away so quickly. It creeps her out. It makes her feel like she can't trust you. It drains her energy. It's not what she wants. If you saw this video, then you've heard me talk about this a little bit. If you haven't seen that one yet, check it out through the link in the description below. What she wants instead is a man who is very confident, and again, a man who has those dating and relationship skills. Because when you have the right dating and relationship skills, you're not needy and you're not aggressive. Instead, you just make a really, really good partner. This is again why learning those skills is so important. So if you haven't signed up for my masterclass, check it out through the link in the description below, or there's a link in the pinned comment to learn more about how you can get those solid dating and relationship skills. So you don't have to be needy, you don't have to be aggressive. Our next sign you're more attractive than you think is that you are aware of toxic people, you're aware of toxic traits, and you avoid them. You avoid them in the people around you and you avoid them in yourself. A woman who is proactive about being the best version of herself she can be, she can smell a toxic person a mile away. And she does not want to get involved. Healthy people avoid toxic people like crazy. So if you have some toxic traits, which is normal, we all have to assess that from time to time and see if there are things we need to improve on. If you have toxic traits in yourself, she's done. Or if you associate with a lot of toxic people, she's done. She doesn't want anything to do with that. So if you are someone who is proactive about knowing what toxic people are and avoiding them and making sure you have healthy habits, those healthy skills instead, that right there, that's insanely attractive. Our next sign is that you are a good communicator. Of all things women like, this is one of the biggest things. If you can be a good communicator, oh my goodness, she's going to love you forever. Now, communication can be on several different levels. It can be something as simple as, hey, just wanted to make sure we're still on tonight, a quick text. Or it can be, hey, can we talk about something? We need to work through this. Women need communication. So if you are someone who's proactively trying to communicate well, you're very attractive to her. There are a few things less attractive than a guy who just won't communicate. Even if he's a really awesome guy but can't communicate well with her, that's a really hard person to be in a relationship with, and so she'll move on. And our next sign that you're more attractive than you think is that you encourage and compliment her. People like people who make them feel good. So if you're someone who encourages her, someone who compliments her and makes her feel like a really awesome person, wow, that is so attractive. Again, you want to make sure you're not too aggressive and not too needy, but when you know how to compliment and flirt the right way, when that's one of the dating and relationship skills you have, wow, your attraction skyrockets. And that's again what makes her fall in love and what makes her stay in love. So many people are afraid that they won't be able to keep the flame alive once it happens. Guys, all you have to do is learn the right skills and keep doing them. And then it's very, very easy to get her to fall in love with you and get her to stay in love with you. Just like you like people who make you feel good, she likes people who make her feel good. So if you're someone who's very encouraging and complimentary, that is a very attractive trait. All right, so let's sum up what you've learned so far. The subtle signs you are more attractive than you think are, first, that you are loyal. Second, that you are sincere and you can really make her feel connected to you and important. Next, you are proactive about maintaining a healthy relationship. You're proactive about getting the dating and relationship skills you need and actually applying them. To work with me to learn those skills, make sure you check out the link in the description below to check out that free masterclass and learn how you can do that. Our next sign is that you are a kind and generous person, especially to those who are weaker than you. Also, you are honest and upfront with her. No mind games. Next, you are good with animals and with kids. You also don't talk bad about people. Next, you are not aggressive or needy. Those are definitely things you want to avoid. Also, you are aware of toxic people and toxic traits. You avoid them in others and you avoid them in yourself. Our next sign is that you are a good communicator. This one right here is a game changer. No lie. And you compliment and encourage her. People like people who make them feel good. And there you have it, my friend, 11 subtle signs you are more attractive than you think you are. If you notice any of these signs or several of these signs, pat yourself on the back. That's incredible. If you're asking again, well, then why don't I have a girl? Learning the dating and relationship skills you need is the key. So make sure you watch that masterclass through the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing friend. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to do that now and ring the notification bell. I want to hear from you in the comments. Which of these signs surprised you the most? And would you like more videos just like this one? If you would, be sure to comment yes to let me know. Do you have a friend who is wondering if there's any hope for him too? If you do, this video is going to really help him, so please share it with him. If we're not yet friends on social media, we need to be, so make sure you check out the links in the description below. Thank you so much again, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. Hello, my wonderful friend. Today's video is on 11... Just cracked my knuckle. That's weird. Got an itch. We're good. Now, communication takes a couple of different... What is that word? Again, you want to be careful that you're not too aggressive or you're not too needy. You just... Again, our next sign is that you are a kind and generous person.